How do you eat a robot?
Well, through his tail.
I'm sorry I asked. Now I have a bigger question.
His tail is...
How do you eat an android through your tail?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of our podcast. I'm Mac.
And I'm Fish.
And this is Macaroni and Fish. Boy, oh boy. What a fun-loving start to this episode.
Third time's a charm, my friend.
First time we tried recording this, we talked for 30 minutes and it didn't record. And then we completely forgot about the food, and our my lovely friend Ashley, your lovely wife Ashley, brought the food into us because we had completely forgotten about it. Didn't burn or anything, but
that's good.
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness, I'm about to sneeze.
Bless your face.
Thank you. Oh, that one hurt. That one probably peaked. But yeah, so this is the third attempt. No, we should do it a fourth time.
You're right. Start over.
Yeah, okay, starting over. But we said last episode that we would be actually starting our first ever Part 2.
Part 2
to a topic, and that is cartoons, specifically anime, and that's right.
Which is not cartoons.
No, it is. Don't you?
Not cartoons.
It's a cartoon.
It's not a cartoon,
yes, it is.
man. It's an anime.
You represent...
I know. I talk to the community, which apparently is a thing.
Yeah, I'm the one who told you that.
I know.
In one of the non-recorded 30 minutes while we were talking. But yeah, it's a whole anime community, and if you call anime a cartoon, they will find you, and they will fight you with spears and
you'll
scythes.
Find a decapitated horse head in your bed. Trust me.
Where is this
that's
going?
mobsters. I'm sorry. That's the mafia. Apologies.
No. You're right. The anime community is like mafia. You don't dare talk bad about.
They'll come in and decapitate your wife.
What is that? Are you okay? Do you need a hug? What's going on with you? Listen here.
Listen. I've been looking up nothing but mafia and mobster and gangster pictures all day.
Oh, okay. That's
because
fair.
I've been trying to figure out the thumbnails for the previous episodes that didn't have thumbnails.
Oh yeah. There was one that we talked about mafia.
Well, the whole idea was El Blue.
Oh yeah. Oh, you gotta.
I know.
I know. Oh my gosh! You said mobsters, and the first thing I thought of was like, listen here, you don't talk bad about our anime, Naruto's and Sasuke's, and our beautiful.
Hey, it goes back to Italian anime. Hey,
what do you know? It's a whole segue. So, okay, we're going to try and keep this uniform, both because the first Part 1 cartoons was all over the place, but for good reason, because we had a lot to talk about, and we're probably going to do the same here. But also,
be warned.
Oh yeah, be 100% warned. But also because we've already been talking for 30 minutes, we're gonna have to try and go back and go over some of the things we talked about. In the 30 minutes we didn't record, the starting conversation to anime was Studio Ghibli films.
Yes, because you asked me what my introduction was.
Yes, and you said it was Studio Ghibli specifically.
Spirited Away.
Yes,
I think. Still a toss-up between Spirited Away and Castle in the Sky. I really don't know which one came first, but I'm going to go with Spirited Away.
And I don't remember ever watching either one of those. So I have no idea which one is which one's which. And yes, you can roast me alive. I don't think I've ever seen Spirited Away or Castle in the Sky. I watched Princess Mononoke and Howl's Moving Castle.
Have I seen Princess Mononoke? Now that I think about it, I wonder.
It's the
wolf one?
Yeah, the wolf one. Yeah,
okay, yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, that one was really good. I watched that in high school in the middle in the middle of math class.
Middle of math? How?
Yeah, I didn't do math.
How are you watching it though in middle school?
Either on my phone or on my our netbooks.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
my high school,
different generation.
Oh yeah,
I did not have a phone that could do that.
Really? Oh, I grew up like that too. I grew up with the flip phones, but it was near the second half of high school. I got a smartphone.
Oh, see, I didn't even know when I got a smartphone.
Really?
To be honest with you, it was after after high school, though. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I got it, and I remember.
'Cause I was like 18.
Really? Actually.
Yeah, I was 18. I'm pretty sure.
Actually, no. I think I got a smartphone right around that because that was when I would be a junior or senior.
Yeah.
That'd be right around that time. That'd be right around there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember being in a math class, not paying attention at all, and watching Princess Mononoke.
I would just fall asleep. That's what I would do.
At
I'd
least
put my head in my book and just start drooling.
At least I'm productive. You're sleeping, but I'm studying the true culture. But no,
Spirited Away was my introduction.
Yes,
to anime.
Would you like to tell that story again?
So, what it was my grandma. She would just watch random things, and when I'd go over there, and she didn't even know what they were. Like, had no idea what they were.
You said that the first time, and in my brain, she's like, yes, yeah, I love The Price is Right. And it's like Punisher murdering people. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, she would just, I don't even know how it was on TV. I guess it's just on a channel.
Don't doubt it. There's
like
probably
on satellite or whatever at the time.
Don't judge me. I'm fixing my mic. But I'm pretty sure it would be on like some type of like movie channel.
Yeah,
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah,
but I don't even know why she would have it on. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't make any sense for her to watch it.
She's a fan.
Like, she liked like Lawrence Welk and Bones, which are two completely. Like, how?
Who? What? Who?
Lawrence Welk. It was like a variety TV show. So it's like one of those things where it's like got a host and then they bring on special talented people, like tap dancing, singing, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, anime beats that.
They should do an anime variety show.
Actually,
that would be weird.
Actually,
no,
I wouldn't doubt it, bro. Anime. Okay, listen, we're about to get back to that bit that we did in the first 30 minutes that were not recorded. But I will go ahead and do it so that everyone at home knows what it is. I'm gonna need you to edit like the serious, like the sound, and then it's gonna. If you want to go down this road, what you will find will completely change you as a man. You will never be able to return the same. Yes, it will. Don't argue with me.
Will it change me into a woman?
Not that path.
Oh, okay. Different path. Sorry,
completely different. That's not even in this region. You're gonna have to go somewhere else.
I don't want to go down it. I'm just asking.
You brought it up pretty fast. I think you kind of want to go down. Should I tell your wife there's some things to be concerned about?
No. I'm good.
Kidding. But anyway, go ahead. Finish your story. Spirited Away. Your grandmother.
Spirited Away. Thank you. That's how I saw it. Okay,
off to a great start.
So anyhow, I sat there and I watched the movie and I was like, whoa! I was like blown away. I loved that movie, and I was like, this is really cool. I think my mom would like this movie, right? And so we found it at the library. Do libraries do that still?
Have like DVDs and movies and stuff?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Do they still do that?
I remember going there and picking up a Goosebumps show. So I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, I didn't even know they did that. Goosebumps, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. But we used to do that all the time. We'd always get movies from the library.
Oh yeah,
that's what we did. We didn't like do movie rentals necessarily. We did every so often.
Back in our day, when you couldn't afford to go to get the movie rentals or have them delivered to your house in like the old Netflix, not the streaming service Netflix, but the catalog Netflix, you had to go to the library.
Wait, there was a catalog Netflix?
What? You didn't know this?
No.
Netflix, before it became the streaming service, was literally an online website where it was like an online like family video where you would go online, you would rent a DVD, they would then mail it to your house, and then you had so many days to turn around and mail it back.
That was Netflix?
Yeah, that was originally Netflix. They wanted to try and make an online like DVD service, and it blew up so well that they turned it into a streaming service.
You think I would know that? How come I don't remember this? I remember getting DVDs in the mail.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't remember it being Netflix.
Really? Well, I mean, maybe they had a different name because Redbox popped up a little bit there too.
Yeah, I remember Redbox.
And the Redboxes are even still around. I see them all the time.
Which I think is interesting. How are they surviving?
Right? That's what I want to know.
I just don't understand
the family video here in our city like died.
Yeah, and now it's like some adult store.
Yeah, it's a
Romantics or something stupid.
It's a dirty shop.
It's a dirty store.
just to
It went from family to That
just to hammer in the horrid death that poor family video went through. It's
now an adult video store, adult toy store, or whatever.
I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you. Finish your anime, Studio Ghibli, Spirited Away. Go.
Okay. So anyhow, I was watching the movie and I loved it, right? And so I thought, hey, my mom would probably like this movie. It's a cartoon. Why not? So we were in the library and I found it and I asked her if we could get it. So we get home and we pop in the DVD and start watching it. And my mom is clearly disappointed in me.
But
so like one of the first things that actually happens in that movie after the little girl, do you know anything about the movie?
I know it's about being spirited away.
Okay. So basically it's about this like bratty little girl.
Oh, okay.
And her parents are on vacation, but they get lost. And they end up at
so it's like a Japanese.
They end up at a bathhouse for the spirit realm.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And her family, they start like eating the food in the market when they're not supposed to, and so they turn into pigs.
All right. Okay. I wasn't expecting that one.
Yep. And then like as like during the day. It looks one way, and then at night, that's when like all the spirits come, and then like the whole place floods.
Ooh, okay.
And then only the bathhouse basically is the thing that exists.
Oh, okay.
But for some reason, the girl, like, if you're a human and you're in that like when in that transition, you suddenly like lose your ability to walk, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
This is getting weirder and weirder.
So
the more you tell me, I'm like.
So this boy comes up to her though, and he's like one of the spirits or whatever, and he touches her and tells her to get up and walk. My mom immediately went, "Don't like that. Like he's not Jesus."
The face and everything that you made just
yeah. And then it only gets worse from there because I looked at her as soon as that happened. I was like, I didn't know that was.
I don't remember this.
I don't remember this part.
And didn't you like during the 30 minutes that was not recorded? Didn't you say there was like a gory aspect to it too?
There was a little bit, yeah. So there was like magic involved too, and my mom didn't like magic.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know how she is with that now necessarily.
I mean, she better like me.
Well, I mean, she's okay with magic tricks. She knows they're tricks, obviously.
Yeah, but they're not for kids.
But she doesn't like Harry Potter and stuff because of all the like.
Witchy wizard.
Yeah, wizardry stuff.
I get that, but also it's like it's not the same.
Yeah,
to me,
I don't know.
Yeah, I get it.
But no, there was like a moment where the boy he turns into like a water dragon, right? And he's like flying through the air and he's being attacked by like these little paper. I wish I could remember this part of the movie better.
What if none of this is from Spirited Away? And like, there's gonna be someone in the
different movie.
There's someone in the comments that's like, "What the heck are you talking about?"
I swear. But anyway, he's getting all cut up and everything, and then he like crashes into the bathhouse, and he's just like a bloody mess. And my mom again looks at me. I'm just like. Yeah, I don't remember that part either, Mom. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Mom. I don't remember that.
We can turn it off if you want, but it's a good movie.
I swear it's a good movie.
I like it a lot.
Oh my gosh, Mama Fish, we love you.
Absolutely.
Oh my
my mama.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, that was my introduction to anime.
A wonderful introduction. I give you a clap for that one. What a beautiful introduction. See, Studio Ghibli films are very interesting to me because they...
Is it Ghibli or Ghibli?
Oh, my word. You're going to do this again? This was in the 30 minutes that wasn't recorded.
Well, I'm serious, though, because I've heard of Ghibli, too. So.
It's
or Studio Giblets.
I'm sorry.
It's a good joke.
Studio Giblets.
Studio Giblets.
Oh, my
word.
The
second time.
It sounds weird. Giblets.
Studio.
You want some Studio
Giblets? Can we start
Giblets?
a parody company of Studio Ghibli called Studio Giblets?
Wait. There is such thing for anime that's called abridged versions.
Yes.
Do Spirited Away and call it Studio Giblets.
Studio Giblets.
You don't have 30 days to patent that because that's our idea.
It's Studio Ghibli abridged.
But it's Studio Giblets. That's genius.
I honestly, okay, because you brought up the abridged.
Yeah.
I kind of want to dive into that for a second.
Sure.
some of the abridged.
Wait, pause. Are we going into a bridge before we actually get into the meat of anime? I feel like
Yes.
that's a huge insult.
Yes. Yes. Because I was just gonna say this. I can just say this one thing and then we can move on.
Or you can, yeah, that's fine. We're good. Yeah.
Sometimes the abridged versions are way better.
Mama Fish, I'm stealing your noise for a second. What do you mean, Fish?
Okay.
If you go down this path.
Shut up. Case in point. Okay. Sword Art Online.
Okay, fair.
The abridged version of that, I love. I can watch that one. It is freaking hilarious.
Oh my god!
And I love how it makes fun of itself.
That's like the kettle. That's like the pot calling the kettle black. Oh my gosh!
That one is hilarious. And then Dragon Ball Z.
Oh my word!
The abridged of Dragon Ball Z is great.
Cell. Have you seen a lot of the Cell stuff going on?
No.
Cell
What?
has been made into a meme like no other.
Really?
I have seen at least 2 different like abridged series where it's essentially. Have you ever seen the Perfect Cell like arc at all of Dragon Ball Z?
No.
Oh boy. If you go down this path.
Oh, come on!
You cannot be the same. You will watch it or
Is there another
you will
option, please?
No, there is no.
Oh, come on! Give me another one!
No, you could turn around and leave, but I'll be very upset if you do.
Peace!
No, Fish, come back! But anyway, so in the actual anime, Dragon Ball Z.
Perfect Cell? What is that? What does that mean?
Oh, boy. If you go down this path.
Oh, come on. Just go down the path,
All right, walk with me. Hold my hand. Okay, so essentially in Dragon Ball Z...
Oh, it's all sweaty.
I'm sorry, I'm nervous. But in that particular arc, which for any of you who have not watched Dragon Ball Z, it's about human aliens that are apes fighting other aliens.
Why? I don't understand.
Because
that.
they're Saiyans. That's the Saiyan race.
And what's up with the whole power level thing? I never understood that.
Oh, it's just a measurement of how strong
yeah, but
somebody
it's
is.
not comparable to anything.
Yes, it is.
So what does it even mean?
It's comparable to each other.
That doesn't make any sense.
Like Goku's power was over 9,000. That was the limit. That was the limit at the time.
But what does that mean?
It
Like,
means
how powerful is he?
Extremely.
That doesn't make it. It still doesn't make any sense.
Listen, you have to have an.
How is power measurable in their world? Like
through destruction.
I guess it makes sense.
See, I convinced you. I'm good at that.
So 9,000 is like Earth destroying.
I don't know, to be honest. I just know it's big.
See, that's what I'm saying.
It's a big number, therefore big power. Boom, boom, pow.
Big number, big power. Boom,
Big
boom.
number, big power. Boom, boom, pow. But no. Okay, so in the series, Cell comes up. And to explain the story, the original story briefly, Cell's an alien. Or no. It's been a while. I'm going to get roasted so hard. He was created.
Who's Cell?
He's like an alien. He's the dude. He's the green dude with the weird hat.
I thought that was Piccolo.
Yes, don't worry. Everyone at home who is an anime fan, I will be punishing Fish for his blasphemy. He will get 30
Is that
floggings.
not?
No!
Who is that?
That Piccolo's the green dude that raises Gohan.
Wait, what? Who's Gohan?
Fish, you're killing yourself.
Who is Gohan?
What do you mean?
Who the heck is Gohan?
You have a wife and family. Think about this.
All I know Goku.
Your address will be found. They will hunt you down.
I only know the spiky-haired guy.
Okay, Gohan is Goku's first son.
He has a son?
Oh, no!
Wait, you said first. He has more than one?
Yeah!
How deep does this story go?
Bro!
We're spanning generations?
Bro, he has 2 children. There was talk about a third. There was, even if you count GT, which many people don't, but I do. That's right. I count it. But in GT, he has a grandson, and he gets returned to a child. Yeah.
What? What?
Okay, so back it up. Cell was created, I think. I'm going to butcher the story, but he was created, I think, and he was created by the same dude who created the androids, which are humanoid robots, essentially. Cell's thing is that if he eats the androids, he powers up. So originally he's like, and he eats
androids.
Yeah, they're androids.
Like androids, like they're robots.
Yes and no.
What?
It's more complicated than that.
How can what?
They're kind of fleshy. And also, one of the humans, his name is Krillin.
Okay.
He gets with one of the androids. Like they get married.
What? See, this is as dumb. This is as dumb as Sword Art Online.
No, it's not.
This is why the abridges are better.
Shut up.
Because the Sword Art Online, the guy like ends up marrying a girl inside the game, and then like they adopt a daughter who's like a virus or something. Blah blah blah.
Oh my gosh!
It's like, what is happening?
Okay, hold on. So in the
anime is weird.
In the arc, Cell, I'm pretty sure is created, and then there are the androids, which are not 100% robots. But if he eats them, he takes like their power and he gets superpower.
How do you eat a robot?
Well, through his tail.
I'm sorry I asked. Now I have a bigger question.
His tail.
How do you eat an android through your tail? Why does he have a tail? What is he?
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm going to show you a picture. I can't even say the fastest fingers in the West because you're making me laugh so hard. Oh my gosh.
Make it make sense.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, it's about aliens though. It's going to be weird. It's going to be very weird. Okay. So pulling it up here. Maybe. Okay. So this is Cell in his first form. Look up Cell in his first form, everybody. I'm passing it to Fish. All right, so that's Cell in his first form. Okay.
Who's Piccolo? Like, what does he look like?
Okay, imagine a green humanoid.
Why do I have Piccolo in the brain?
Listen, please. You know what? While he's looking at Piccolo on my phone, while he does that, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to ask for the entire audience's forgiveness for Fish's blasphemy. Please.
That's the same guy I was thinking of.
What do you mean? They are not the same. Cell and Piccolo are not the same.
You said the dude with the weird hat.
Yeah.
He's got the weird hat.
He does have the weird hat, but I didn't say Cell had a hat. He had the head thing.
You said hat.
I said head thing.
You said hat. You put your hands up like that. My brain goes Piccolo. I was right.
Well, his hat is flat.
In my brain, I was correct.
His hat is flat, and
but it's got yeah.
But Cell's hat stands up, and that was the hand motions I did.
That's not what that looks like at all. It looks like you're doing a turban.
You're literally
blind.
Which is what he has. How do you know? You're literally blind. How do you know? Also, why am I doing hand motions for a blind kid?
I don't know. It doesn't work.
All right, throw me my phone.
All right, ready?
Oh, yes. Go. Okay.
Good catch.
Thank you. Appreciate it. This version of the episode has a lot more yelling. Oh my gosh. Okay. So essentially, Cell needs to eat those, and he ends up becoming Perfect Cell. When he does, he becomes
perfect. Okay.
He becomes overpowered.
Stupid.
It's awesome. Shut up. Shut up. He becomes awesome.
I become Perfect Cell.
Yes, and then he basically starts this tournament where it's like, if someone can beat me, I won't destroy the planet. There are abridged versions.
That's dumb. Just destroy the planet.
No, he wants to find the strongest warrior.
Why?
Because it's all about fighting. That whole anime is about fighting. Also, we've been spending 20 minutes talking about Dragon Ball Z, and I'm offended because there's better animes than this. So anyway,
let's get to a better one then.
All right, so I'm going to finish the abridged thing. So the abridged thing is that I'm fumbling. There's one abridged where him and Kermit the Frog like fight random people. Yes. This
is not a thing.
No, it's a thing.
You're lying to me.
No, I will literally pull you up. It's Kermit the Frog and Cell, and they get into some stupid antics. They go Pokemon. They go Pokemon hunting. I'm not kidding. And then there's another one where they start pulling like
I'm thinking of the 4-star one. I think that's what it is, right?
Yeah, 4-star. Yeah.
Did they make that one?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, the abridged series I'm thinking of is made by 4-star.
Oh my gosh.
That one was the funny one. That one was the good one.
Well, I think the one with Kermit's pretty funny.
Whatever.
Okay. Do you want to talk about anything else Dragon Ball Z related?
No, let's move on.
Okay, let's move on. And we are going down a major path, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no.
because I am the third most anime nerd person of our friend group. I was downgraded. We discovered this last time. And so I have a lot of animes to talk about, and I have a lot of opinions of anime. So
I have opinions too.
No, you don't.
Oh,
you don't.
Well, never mind.
You don't get anything.
Just take over the episode, then. Why am I here?
Because I love you. Well, okay. So I have a lot of questions, and these questions, and you have questions too, right?
I have a question.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to write down anymore.
Well, okay. Do you want to ask your question? Because essentially, these questions are going to lead into like deeper aspects of anime.
Sure.
Okay. So you want to ask yours quick first, then?
Oh, yeah, I'm cool with that.
Ask away.
Okay. If you could live in any anime world, which one would it be and why?
Oh, shucks. You don't realize the dilemma you put me in. Because my favorite animes are horror animes and like fighting animes. So now it's like, well, I would love to be like a hero. That would be awesome. What did you, a witch? What just happened? When did you become a witch from the flipping Wizard of Oz? But now you've got me thinking, because it's like all the animes that I like are usually horror or dark and like fighting based. And it's like, I'd love to live in this world, but also that would be straight torture, my guy. So yeah. If I had to pick, actually, no, I have an answer.
Oh,
I would want to live in Naruto.
Okay. That makes sense.
Because not only would that cover the aspect of like I would be able to be a warrior with cool powers and I would have a chance of being a hero, though horrible things could happen to me. It'd be kind of cool. I think it would be worth it. I think the cool outweighs the scariness of death.
Okay.
Yeah, I
think that's a valid answer.
Which I think is a great segue to Naruto. Put the Naruto theme song right here. We're not going to get copyrighted, and that was obviously not a Naruto theme song. You're welcome, kids. I ruined your happiness. There we go. Let me tell you this. The reason I would want to live in the Naruto universe, like I said, is because that I feel like you have a chance to be a warrior, because that is what Naruto excelled in. Naruto was great at world building through the characters. And
I'll have to take your word for it.
No, you're watching it.
What? I'll admit, I have tried.
Oh, okay.
I have tried to watch Naruto.
You just didn't like it?
I couldn't stand it. I could not stand.
Wait, did you get to Shippuden?
Shippuden was better.
Okay, you got to Shippuden. Okay,
I didn't actually I skipped to Shippuden.
That's fair.
Thinking maybe it would be better.
Wait a minute. That means you didn't see the Gaara versus Bruce Lee. I about called him Bruce Rockleaf. He's based off of Bruce Lee, so it's fine.
Is that the fight where he has like the ankle weights or whatever?
Yes,
and I've seen that.
That was one of the dopest fights, at least in Naruto. In Shippuden, there's one that beats it. But no, okay, so Naruto is really good at world building because they do it through the characters. Every character, regardless of how side character they are, like how side they are, they have story and depth.
Oh yeah, that's kind of like Fairy Tail.
Oh, you watched Fairy Tail?
Yeah, I used to.
Oh, okay.
But it got to the point where I was like, "There's so many episodes. I'm never gonna finish."
Hold on a second. If you think Fairy Tail has too many episodes, One Piece is a Goliath to you.
Yes. I've already told you this.
But that was in the episode that was not recorded. Oh, and we're going to get to One Piece in a second. Don't worry. He's looming off in the distance. We're going to reach that spire in just a second. But before we do that, so Naruto is really, really good at like world building. It's like, in my opinion, what they do with like the concepts of like the different types of jutsu, the different types of chakra, even the different like villages, they have like this real innate way of world building, and I see them doing it mainly through like the characters. So like, for example, you get told throughout Naruto, or maybe more later on, about the Blood Mist Village that are called the Blood Mist Village.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
Well, they were the village hidden in the mist.
Could you imagine that?
Blood mist?
Could you imagine a blood mist?
Tastes great.
That'd be terrifying.
Well, they're called the Blood Mist because they were originally the village hidden in the mist. They're all villages hidden in something. They were the village hidden in the mist, and they were unbelievably ruthless. Mainly because of their Kage, what type he was escapes me. There's like Hokage, Raikage. There's different types. I'm not going to get into all that because I don't remember them all, and I can just see your brain cooking. It's steaming. But essentially, they were like the Blood Mist, and like you got to hear all about like and so when they're eventually introduced, like you see them and you're like, oh fudge, and then like you see like they're Ombu, like they're equivalent to the Ombu Black Ops. Oh gosh, you don't know who that is.
What? Ombu? What?
Ombu Black Ops, yes.
Ombu Black Ops.
That is the Black Ops. Black Ops.
Okay, yeah. Like, is this real world now? Or
it's comparable to like the Black Ops here today.
But Ombu?
I don't know where that name comes from. Don't ask me. It's a Japanese term. It's from something. I don't know what it's from though.
Oh.
But essentially, they're like the ninja of the ninjas. They wear masks. They're known for being extremely stealthy, more stealthy than normal ninjas, and they're
like in real life.
No, these are in Naruto.
Oh, that's the only thing I was trying to establish. Dang it! I was like, what are we talking about?
Are you okay?
Ombu Black Ops. I don't know.
That's real? Dude, wait, if that is, they wear cat masks and everything. You would be, if that was real, that'd be weird.
I mean, Japan is.
Oh, you have a point. You have a point.
No offense. No offense, guys.
No. I mean,
but
like,
you've been on that island for too long.
I mean, our culture is strange to them.
That's probably true.
Their culture is very strange to us.
Okay. In our defense.
Yes.
I'm going to give a defense.
A defense. Okay.
The culture that most people outside of America see is the big cities.
That is true.
We think they're weird too. Trust me.
Yeah, that's true.
The rest of the country is not like this. I promise you.
Yeah, not all places are like New York where they're walking around naked.
Yeah. No, we're not all like that. Trust me. We think they're weird too.
That is fair. Oh my goodness. But no, anyway, so like Naruto has a great world building. They do a lot of like concepts where it's like when you learn about like the people and their abilities. Also, one of the biggest differences between Naruto and Dragon Ball Z, and there's actually been a lot of people that commented on this, so I might just be, in fact, I know I am. I say I might. I know I am. I'm repeating what other people have said. Dragon Ball Z was all about power levels, right?
Yeah, which again made no sense.
Naruto was all about strategy.
Okay.
So it would be like this person would have this jutsu, and then other people would be like, how do I combat that? For example, in one of the greatest fights in the Naruto series, not Shippuden, Naruto, was the fight between Rock Lee and Gaara. Gaara, his thing is that he has a gourd of sand that he controls.
I like him.
Yes. He becomes an amazing character later on. At first, he's the brooding evil kid, and Naruto changes him, and it's beautiful. You would love it. You would love it.
I knew there was something special about that guy.
Oh yeah, and he ends up becoming a Kage, and he's like sweet, and he becomes like friends with Naruto. Yeah,
I love this.
I know. I told you would love this. This is one of the.
Is this in Shippuden?
Yeah, this is all the way.
I need to go. I need to watch Shippuden.
Dude, I'm telling you, Gaara's story alone is beautiful because
that's cool. I like that a lot.
Right? Because he's like this hateful kid.
I love those types of story arcs.
Yeah, where there was like they're the dark, brooding, evil character.
I think that's one reason too why I liked Avatar.
Oh yes.
Because Zuko
turns. And they did well with Zuko because they played him hard as like the villain all the way up to the end when Aang needed to learn firebending.
Yep.
That was a good slow burn. They kind of do the same with Gaara, though it's not 100% the same. Either way, it's still fantastic because trust me, and you probably already know this, when they introduce Gaara, you know how evil he is.
Oh yeah.
The first time you get introduced to him, I'm pretty sure he kills somebody with his sand. But no, here's the strategy aspect to Naruto, okay? Rock Lee and Gaara they have to fight, right? Gaara, his main thing is his sand. He can control his sand, and his sand is so strong and fast, it's able to block like attacks. Rock Lee has no jutsu of any type, genjutsu or ninjutsu. The only jutsu he has is taijutsu, which is martial arts. So he has no powers, essentially.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't hit him. Every time I try and run up to him, his sand blocks it, and then his sand can grab me, and it like can break bones, even stuff like that. So that's when he takes off the weights that you saw, and because he takes off the weights, he's so fast. He's faster than the sand, so he's able to get a hit. That's the level of fighting that comes from this show. It's strategy, where they start like, okay, I can't do this. My enemy's ability is this. I need to
like
find
outsmarting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes the logic is very much like skewed, but even still, I think it's clever.
I mean, it's a cartoon,
right.
I mean, sorry, an anime.
No, it's a cartoon.
Oh.
Make them seethe.
make
them seethe, because then they'll listen to us out of hate.
Bring on the hate comments.
Bring on the hate comments. But an example of one that was kind of like, I don't know how that's how science works, but still clever, was when it was Sasuke versus Itachi. Please, for the love of God, tell me you know Sasuke and Itachi.
I can confidently say that I do not.
All right. Please forgive Fish for his blasphemy.
Sasuke sounds really familiar, though.
Sasuke is literally one of the... I don't know why I was going to yell. So I turned my face, but I didn't actually raise my voice. So that's... my brain just shut off. I was like, I'm going to yell. No, I'm not.
I give up.
Okay, but no. So Sasuke is literally one of the main characters.
Dark hair?
Yep, dark hair.
Okay.
Brief. Oh, and I don't want to talk about Naruto the whole time, so we're going to cut it short here in a second. A brief rundown. Sasuke is from a clan called the Uchiha clan. They have the Sharingan, the red eyes that give them cool abilities.
Okay.
Their clan was slaughtered by Itachi, who was Sasuke's brother. Sasuke now grows a hatred for Itachi because of it. And when I say his entire family, I mean his entire family, clan, mother, father, grandfather, cousins, everyone dead. They're literally the last two Itachis, or not Itachis.
His brother that did this?
Is his brother, his older brother that did this Itachi. They are the last two Uchihas alive.
Yikes.
Yeah, he murders all of them. Sasuke grows a hatred. So the entire
I think you would naturally do that.
Right. So the entire show is him basically trying to become strong so he can hunt down his brother and kill him for what he did. Which, by the way, Itachi, I'm going to say one thing, and this is a spoiler. I have to hurry. Put the alarm. Spoiler alarm. Skip to when to when I tell you. We'll plug it in. I don't know, but a spoiler alarm. Okay. Knowing all of that, I'm going to tell you something. It's going to make you very confused, just because I want to see your reaction. But I'm not going to explain it. Itachi's a good guy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm confused.
I'm not going to say anymore.
Does that mean Sasuke is not?
No, he is. But he was manipulated in a good way, kind of. I'm not going to get into it because it's too long, but all I'm going to say, I'll explain this to you after the podcast, or I'm going to make you watch it. But essentially, Sasuke and Itachi fight. They finally fight. Uh-huh. Sasuke runs out of chakra, like energy, essentially.
Okay.
His chakra styles are fire and lightning. So he has enough chakra left for one more shot, so he does basically like a fireball, and he shoots it, and he misses Itachi. And Itachi goes, "You miss." And the Sasuke does the thing where it's like, "I wasn't aiming for you." He was aiming for the sky. Because the fire ends up in the sky, raises the temperature, causing storms to appear, including lightning, which shocks Sasuke, and because his chakra is lightning-based, he gains chakra back.
Ah. That's clever.
All right, very clever. I don't know if that's how that works.
I don't think that's how that works.
But extremely clever. I remember watching that going, I'll allow it. Because that's cool.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's not how you generate a storm.
No, but and it wouldn't do it as fast as it happened because he literally fired it in the sky and then you just see
Yeah.
And I'm like, that took in real life, Itachi is stabbing Sasuke, and like 30 minutes later, he looks up and it's about to rain. Oh my gosh! But yeah, so Naruto. We're gonna move on.
Yeah, sure.
We have so many animes, and we've only talked about Studio Ghibli, Dragon Ball Z, and Naruto. Oh my gosh! Okay. I have some questions.
Oh, okay.
That will lead into other animes, and stop me if I'm going too fast. I just want to make sure we get through a ton. Okay. First question that I have: what's your favorite character? What's your favorite anime character?
My favorite anime character?
Favorite anime character. Yes.
Oh gosh. Favorite anime character. Man, that's hard. Because I haven't really seen a whole lot of anime. So most of mine are based on movies.
You young child, young Padawan.
Oh man. Favorite anime character. Good grief.
Come on. I believe in you, Fish.
I don't know if I have one.
You don't know if you have one?
I don't know if I have one.
What's a character that sticks in your mind then is like, oh man, I like this character?
L?
Oh, from Death Note?
Yeah.
Actually, that makes sense for you. That makes sense.
I do like L a lot, actually.
Death Note was actually pretty good. I have to make a confession, though.
What?
I've never finished it.
You're not missing anything.
Well, okay, I got to the part where L dies.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Spoiler alert. Wow.
Oh, hey, put those alarms before I said that.
Okay. So I was told that there was something going to happen. I started it, right?
Yeah.
Not knowing anything about it. Just started watching it.
Right.
Because okay. This makes no sense. This is completely out of order. But I had a friend who loved Death Note.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And she's like, hey, I want to watch a movie one night with you. And the movie was a Death Note movie.
They came out with movies?
Yes.
See, that's why I'm not
live action.
Ew.
They were good. No, they were actually pretty good.
No, live action versions of animes are never good.
It was the Japanese version. It was actually done in Japan. I thought it was decent because I didn't know what it was.
You may continue, but I scoff in your direction.
I liked their version of L and everything, and it gave me the introduction to the character.
Yeah.
And so later on, I was like, oh, I'll actually watch the anime now. Mm-hmm. So I started watching the anime, and then one of our friends, he come up to me and he's like, yeah, something happens in that anime you're probably not going to like. And I'm like, what is it? He's like, I'm not going to tell you. You're just going to find out for yourself.
And you're like, well, no, you got to tell me now.
I was like, well, screw that. I'm finding out right now. So I figure it out, and it's that L dies. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, that's stupid.
Yeah, and then the rest of it just doesn't seem like it fits.
Well, the rest of it, they just bring in 2 new characters that combined equal L. So it's like, just keep L.
Right. But it's not as suspenseful if he's alive.
He was such a good character.
He was quirky. He was interesting. And I love how he counterbalanced Light Yagami.
Yes.
That to me was like Light Yagami was very like cocky and very like evil. He was pretty much evil. And then L.
I love the whole cat and mouse aspect of the whole thing. It was like really cool and clever because it was like a detective show that was an anime.
Oh, yes.
And I thought that was really, really cool and unique. Kind of, not really, I guess, but kind of in the same vein as Cowboy Bebop.
Ooh, okay. You watch Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah. Which Spike from that one, I like him a lot too, actually.
Oh, okay. So now we got 2 people.
Spike's a good character.
We got 2 people in the running for your favorite characters. I have another confession to make, though.
Okay.
I never got into Cowboy Bebop.
It's short. It's actually really short.
Really?
It'd be easy to watch, yeah. It's 1 season.
I'll have to pick it up then. I'll have to actually pick it up and watch it.
I think it's just 1 season.
Well, that's cool then. Yeah, I'll have to pick it up and watch and see what I
It's got a really awkward episode in it, though. Something that come out of the blue.
Oh. What?
Yeah.
What kind? When we say awkward, do we mean awkward, or just awkward?
It's almost at the very end of. It's almost at the very end of the show.
Okay.
There is a guy.
Okay.
Who has been like genetically altered.
Okay.
So he's actually a dude, but he's got boobies, and it shows him topless at one point, and you're like,
wait.
What?
And you like this show?
Like it sans that.
Oh,
if
okay.
we cut that out, yes.
Very strange.
Other than that one random scene that literally had nothing to do with anything else.
I'm just imagining.
The show's good. It's just like, what?
I'm just imagining the main character with a gun, and he's like chasing some people down, and then it cuts to him. And then it goes back to the action.
It literally was just so weird. It had nothing. It had no place in the show, really, to me at least. And like, I get it. They're posing it as like a bad thing,
right?
Too. And it's like he was a guy. He was identifying as a guy. He wasn't an actual woman.
But then why?
But he had that, and it was like done to him or something.
Was he trying to disguise himself?
No, like it was done to him. I think something like that.
That's a very strange.
I know, it was really weird.
That sounds like something from like an R-rated like Phineas and Ferb show.
What?
Like
how do you R-rated Phineas and Ferb?
Go along with me here, Doofenshmirtz. All right, I imagine Doofenshmirtz.
The Boobinator.
Yeah, I have the Boobinator. I shall make every man have boobs.
That is the worst Doofenshmirtz I've ever heard.
Listen,
why does he sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I don't know, man. I imagine Doofenshmirtz coming up with that level of a weird, evil thing where it's like, haha, I gave you a woman's chest.
Yeah, it was super bizarre, man.
Your wife just yelled boobs, man.
Oh. Yeah,
what is wrong with you, Ashley?
Apart from that, it was good. I'm so sorry, Mom.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for anyone. We went a little weird. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
anywho. I think I have this.
L's good. Spike's good. I like Spike.
Mm-hmm.
Does Sonic count as a?
Get out of your own house.
Hey, there's an anime of Sonic.
There is.
Yeah, Sonic X.
It's an anime.
That's an anime.
That's an anime.
Yeah, it's literally like an anime. It's like Japanese, dude.
All right, you get a pass for now, but that's not.
It's terrible. It's hilarious. I'm sure the Japanese version's probably better because the dialogue at least fits better, but the American version's like hilariously bad. And Luke and I actually talked about redoing it.
Wait, no, I remember this because Luke does a really good Sonic voice.
He does.
Yeah.
So we talked about like re-recording all the dialogue to make it sound good, and I was gonna be Shadow.
Ooh, okay.
And my Shadow voice was like really dark. Okay. Not like the whiny Shadow.
Yeah, not the whiny Shadow. Yeah.
Like this was actually gonna be Shadow. He actually had a gruff in his voice.
A little bit of gruff, a little bit of Monica in my life.
Yeah.
A little bit of Sadie. If you don't get it, you're too young. All right. Fair.
What about yours?
I don't think I
have
have
a
one.
broader. What? You just got on to me for that.
I started thinking about it. I'm like, I don't think I have one actually, because I ran through my catalog and I was like, there's a lot of characters I like. I don't know if there's one that's my favorite. But okay, so I'll do the same thing you did, and I'll say characters that I enjoyed. But this is actually going to lead into the next question anyway. So I'm gonna actually bring this up. He isn't my favorite character, but I love him to death. The next question was favorite villains.
Oh, favorite villain?
Yes, my favorite of all time was Pain from Naruto.
Remind me who's Pain.
So, long story short, there is a...
Oh, never mind. I think it just hit me.
Okay, perfect. I won't explain anything. No, I'm kidding. For those of you who don't know, Pain is basically a pseudonym that one person takes because he's trying to cause pain to the world. The reason he's trying to cause pain to the world is because he feels like if everyone endures pain, they will realize how much, things hurt, and they won't want to hurt each other, and then peace will come from it. It's like essentially you learn how
fire... That logic checks out.
Right? What's interesting about him is like his logic is like he's evil, but that actually makes sense. Also, him as a character is awesome. His real name is Nagato. He has the Rinnegan, which is an eye prowess, a power of the eye, and one of the powers that it gives him is that he can consciously control multiple bodies if they have this certain metal. So his consciousness can traverse.
I just thought of another favorite character. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. And so he has 6 bodies, which is why he's called originally the 6 Paths of Pain. And so he has 6 bodies, one of them being his dead friend, and he controls...
That's not disturbing at all.
Oh, it's very disturbing. And each one he controls has one of the 6 powers that the Rinnegan has. One of them has telekinetic powers, Almighty Push, Universal Pull. Another one...
I'm sorry, what?
Almighty Push, Universal Pull.
Universal Pull.
Yeah, okay, so his telekinetic powers are specific in that he can push things away from him and pull things to him.
That's it?
That's it.
Can't levitate him? Can't...
No, he can levitate, but that's a different power.
Oh.
I think.
What? Why universal pull?
It's jutsu, okay? It's a spell.
Why? What?
Because everything within a certain radius gets pulled to him. It's like 360 sphere. Anything within that gets pulled to him at strong force and speed.
So it's a sphere?
Yeah.
So anything from under the ground?
Yes. And in fact, they demonstrate this because he does Almighty Push while above the Hidden Leaf Village, destroys it. Completely flattens it. That is also another amazing fight. Naruto versus Pain. I highly recommend that. I want to show that to you because that fight was dope. We don't talk about the last half. I still think it's cool, but I will admit the animation is a little weird looking, but that's fine. They try doing like the realistic he's moving fast and they try upping the ante.
Okay.
And it looks silly. They even go as far as to do how in old Looney Tunes where they would run, their feet would just move in a circle.
Oh yeah.
They did
smear framing.
Yeah. They did that and it didn't look good. But the fight was cool. But
It's
anyway,
not the fight where they're in the trees, right? Because that one was stupid. I don't know who he was fighting.
The trees.
Yeah, there was a fight where it's Naruto. It's on Shippuden. Mm-hmm. He was fighting someone, and they're like jumping from tree to tree or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's literally like the same like 6 frames of animation.
Yeah.
Just like he's over here, now they're over here, now they're over here, now they're
ninjas. They move fast.
Yeah, but it was literally the same exact 6 frames. They would just move them into a different place.
Listen, it's hard to animate back in those times. But anyway, so Pain, really awesome character. The one thing that I will say that is kind of strange. So like I said, there are 6 different bodies he can control. And they each have a specific power. His main one does the telekinetic powers. He has another one that can conjure, and I quote, the gatekeeper to hell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how it works is when he
That's a thing.
When he summons him, he's a big monkey head that's purple. And
okay. You could have thought of something a little more menacing,
dude,
than a giant purple monkey head.
But wait, hold on. It's creepy, and not only can he summon it, but he then asks like a person a question.
What drugs?
Wait, hold on. He then asks a person a question after he summons it, and if the person lies, the creature will steal their tongue.
Oh my goodness.
Or maybe kill him, actually. I don't remember.
Those are 2 totally different extremes. I either steal your tongue or I kill you.
I think it's stealing the tongue. I think it's stealing. I can't remember. This episode is so chaotic.
What the heck?
But there was one thing that was the strangest of them all, which didn't make any sense to me, because I was like, how is this a jutsu of any regard? One of the powers of the Renegon that one of the 6 bodies has is just being a cyborg.
That's not a power.
That's what I said. He can literally, his hand opens up like into a machine and he shoots rockets out of his hand. And I was like, how is this a jutsu? And then what's even stranger, because I thought, okay, maybe it was like that body was just built that way. Mm-hmm. But no. Nagato, after he becomes a good guy, because Naruto beats him by defeating all of his bodies and then converting him to the good side again.
So he becomes a good guy?
Yes,
this guy awesome. Who wants to deliver pain to everybody?
Well, he gets taught the true, like, no, that's not good, and love and all this stuff, and he changes his mind. It's you would love that part too. It's really powerful.
Okay.
But essentially, after he does that, Nagato, and he ends up fighting. I think he dies and comes back. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But anyway, he ends up fighting, and he does that. His arm opens up like a cyborg, and he shoots a rocket. And I'm like, is that a jutsu? Is that just one of the powers you get from the Renegon? That doesn't make sense.
That is super bizarre. Yeah,
I didn't get that part, but everything else was cool. With that in mind, with all that being said, because we're running out of time, and I have a ton more that I want to get through before we get off. What's your favorite villain?
Oh gosh, I didn't even think about it.
You were too busy thinking of the monkey head controlling hell.
I don't know. To be honest, a lot of the animes I've watched don't really have. They almost don't have villains.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I will say a villain though.
Okay.
Only because I want to talk about this anime before this episode ends.
I know exactly what you're going for.
It's Frill.
I have no idea what you're going for. What? Frill?
Frill.
From
Wonder Egg Priority.
I was right. Wait. Who's Frill? Which one's Frill?
She's the girl.
They're all girls.
No. She is the girl that they made. Remember? The genetically engineered child? She's the one who like controls everything.
Oh, okay. I remember now.
Yeah.
It's been a hot minute.
It has.
It's been a
while.
Wonder Egg Priority was very bizarre, but that's what I loved about that anime.
That was a great one.
That was so... I wish they came out with an... Actually, you want to know something funny? We were texting about this and how...
Ooh, another good villain.
Oh, okay.
God. I know, that sounds awful. That's what he calls himself.
Wait, from One Piece?
No.
Oh.
No, we're not talking about One Piece.
No, we're talking about One Piece. That's one of the ones we're talking about. All right? I have it on the list.
No, it's a guy calling himself God, and he's from Serial Experiments Lane.
Oh, gosh. We have to talk about that. We said we would last episode. We have to talk about that. Why don't you do the explanation for that? Or hold on. Do we have anything we want to say about Wonder Egg Priority first?
It's a great anime. Rest in peace.
Dude,
It
literally.
has no more seasons other than one. It deserves more seasons because there's so many loose ends.
Right? Well, it was funny too. You texted me about how like it sucks that it's not being continued, and so I tried googling like, is there any way? Like, I think I typed in like, will Wonder Egg Priority ever have a season 2?
Yeah.
Google. I kid you not. This is exactly how Google responded. No. It literally had
One word answer.
It literally had no.
No.
And that's it. And then it just had a
Gosh.
whole bunch. It had a whole bunch of links of articles from other people. But the first thing it
Maybe
said,
a manga?
no.
No?
All right, Matt. No, there's
Was
probably
it even
a manga.
based on a manga?
It probably was.
Okay.
Most animes are all based on manga.
But yeah, that show, it was what I loved about it was what I loved about it is it actually reminded me of Serial Experiments Lane in the fact that when you watch both of those shows, you will almost have no idea what's happening.
Why don't you explain what
for the longest time?
Why don't you explain what Serial Experiments Lane is for the people?
I don't even know if I can.
Would you like me to give it a crack at?
I mean, I can try it. But okay, so in Serial Experiments Lane, you're following a girl who one of her classmates has committed suicide.
That's the very first episode.
That's the very first episode, right out the gate. It's dark. It's and she's getting a new computer, or she's
Yep.
How did that go though? She
at first was accessing emails.
She was accessing emails that were supposedly being sent by her dead classmate to her. And then she gets like really heavily invested into the computer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even really anything to do with the classmate necessarily. I think that's like kind of the gateway to it.
Yep.
But she starts like the whole show, from what I gathered, is like it's almost like a PSA on how dangerous the internet can be and how it can like change who you are.
Yes, but
and this was like back in the 90s.
But on top of that, the way they do it is extremely, because everything that you just explained is too straight and too.
I know it's the storytelling behind it is not linear in any way.
There's literally an episode, and this is the very beginning of the episode, where like the technology is taking over her. Someone opens her door, she looks at it, and it's a smiling green alien that has never been in the story whatsoever, and then it leaves.
Yep.
And it's never acknowledged.
Yeah.
There's stuff like that through the whole show.
Yeah.
There's random things that occur that you're like, what is happening? There are things that happen that don't get explained. People you meet that are like, who are you?
Yeah.
Where did you come from? How are you in this? There's this whole aspect of like they're almost in the Matrix, but maybe not. Also,
it's like there's like the blurring of a line between what is real and what is not real.
Mm-hmm.
Like at some point, one guy he's playing a game, but it's like there's like it's almost like there is like a VR sort of thing too.
Right, which might make sense as to like why, like you said, it's a PSA of getting too deep into technology, because it's blurring the line so much between reality and technology that you're now seeding into this surreal aspect of like you reality is falling apart for you.
Yeah. And essentially that's what's happening to like the main character.
Oh, it gets wild.
Yeah, it's very weird.
There's a few images you're just like, what am I looking at? What's going on?
There's literally one episode where it's just a bunch of like random clips.
Yes.
And audio, and you're going, what is happening?
Also, the name of the episodes don't make any sense.
Oh yeah.
You're like literally the whole show is it. How do I explain this? Imagine you found a Da Vinci Code and you're trying to solve it. But on top of that, there's a whole bunch of random pictures all over there, all over the page. And you look at it and you're like, I can see like connections. Like they're all about technology, I think. I don't know where the alien is involved in all of this.
That one I have no idea.
But
it shows up twice, I think.
Does it show up twice?
Yeah, it shows up twice. Because it shows up once in her room. And it had something to do with one of her classmates. One of her classmates had like a weird fear or something about seeing something. Seeing an alien.
Interesting.
Yeah. I did pick that up at some point. But still has almost no point.
Yeah, that's strange. The whole thing is strange, but that's what makes it awesome.
Yeah.
It's so weird and bizarre. It's like there's something there, and you want to watch. You want to keep watching it to try and figure out what it is.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's some type of story here, and I need to figure it out. And so you dive deeper, and then by the end of it, you're like,
Yeah. I know too. There was it's like there's some sort of like psychic internet thing that's going on that
Yes.
they're trying to introduce to people. And so like one guy gets on and he's playing like a shooter game, and then like a little girl gets on and she's playing like a game of tag.
yes,
But somehow those things cross over and he ends up killing her in real life.
I don't remember this episode.
Yeah. Because he thinks that she is something that's coming after him in the game.
Maybe this does seem pretty hard class. Like this is a commentary on technology.
Oh, yeah, it is. What's really weird about that, too, is this came out in the 90s.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
This is before we had the technological boom that we've had recently.
I know. And they were already like, this anime was like already trying to warn people
What if
about this stuff.
it was a prophecy?
It feels a little bit like
We
it.
were
to a
warned
degree.
that if we ever go down this road, we will be changed as people.
Yeah, but then you learn that Lane, she's like,
Oh yeah, the main character's name is Lane.
yeah,
We
the
should
main
have said
character's
that.
name is Lane. And you learn that Lane is a piece of software.
Yeah, she's not even a real person.
She's not even a real person.
Also,
Like,
apparently
her
she's
whole
God.
life- her whole life is just fake.
Yep. Isn't she God or something? In that, like, she's a god of some type.
She's
Also, by the way, spoilers. Put the alarm sounds before he said that.
she is essentially the controller of everything. But there
Yes.
is someone existing inside of that internet thing that's called the Wired. That's what it is.
Yeah, the why. Oh, yeah.
The internet on there is called the Wired, and that is the like psychic internet thing. And like at some point, she even has like electrodes coming out of her head into her computer, and she's got like a gigantic computer system in her room, and the floor is like filled with water.
Yep.
For some reason.
Yeah.
And
Don't ask questions. We don't know either.
and she encounters a guy inside the Wired who he's claiming to be God. Because inside the Wired,
he's the one that claims that.
He can basically do anything. But then she, I love how they actually acknowledge God just in general
Yeah.
in the actual show. Like, because she basically tells him, like, no, you're not God. There's only one sort of thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, she puts him in his place.
I
And I was like, that was cool.
I don't remember that.
You don't get
That's
that
kind of
often.
cool. Yeah.
But yeah, she like, I don't know. Man, it's been so long now. I kind of want to watch it all again.
You want to rewatch it?
I do.
We should have a listen. We're already talked about sitting down and watching the Studio Ghibli films.
Yeah.
And then this we might as well. We might
need
as
to
well
rewatch like Wonder Egg Priority.
But I may I throw my hat into the ring of a story if you don't mind.
Sure, go for it.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I want to try and throw some more before time runs out.
Okay.
Because we're talking about anime that never really got like a season 2, because we got talking about Wonder Egg Priority, Zero
yeah.
Experiments Lane.
That was its own.
That was its own one
it was
season
one
thing, and that was it.
one season.
There's another anime that I'm going to say, and I feel like only a few people are going to be in the distance like, yeah, woo, that was good. Everyone else is going to hate me. But I don't care. I don't care. Dead Man Wonderland.
That was only one season?
Yes. And it left on a huge cliffhanger. But do you know the story?
I don't even want to go into this one.
Too bad. We're going there, and then we're going one more, and then we're done.
Okay.
Dead Man Wonderland was an anime, in my opinion, was phenomenal. But it was just like, oh man, we didn't record the Full Metal Alchemist thing. Man, there's so we're gonna have to do. We're gonna do
too many.
We're gonna have a part 3. We're gonna have.
We're doing
we're
a
gonna
part 3,
we're have
but
to.
not. It's not gonna be the next episode, guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not gonna be the next episode.
We're gonna go back to normal conversation.
Yeah, because we got stories to tell. But anyway, so Dead Man Wonderland was one of those animes that unfortunately had like its own manga going. They tried making an anime, and then the anime didn't follow the manga. But on top of that, people hated the anime.
Really?
Hated it. So it never got a second season. It was canceled.
Really?
I was so mad when I found that out because I loved that anime so much. So much. And I know how dark it is, and I know how
very dark.
how gory it
It's
is.
very gory.
Literally the first episode, you watch an entire classroom of children just get slaughtered.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like I cannot enjoy that.
See, and what was funny too is I remember finding it.
I mean, I guess you don't really enjoy it when you're watching it.
No,
But-
well, the whole point is that you're trying to see how hopeless the main character. For those of you who don't know what it is, essentially it is about this character who gets framed for the murder of his entire classroom. And the reason they get framed is because they're sending him. Well, you don't know who frames him yet, but the reason he gets framed is because they're sending him. I hope that didn't pop up on podcast. I dropped something.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay. But he gets sent to this place called Dead Man Wonderland, which is essentially a jail amusement park. I will repeat that. A jail amusement park.
That just sounds fun.
Right? Except the amusement is the convicts. The convicts essentially live in this like gigantic prison, this gigantic jailhouse. It has its own ecosystem. It has its own
ecosystem?
Yeah. Like,
how big is this thing?
dude, they have their own currency. Like literally how it works is everybody gets like these collars that inject venom or like poison into their veins. And every 3 days.
What the heck?
Oh yeah, dude. And every 3 days they need to eat an antidote or they die. The antidote costs money. So you have to get a job to earn money to buy the antidote. But not only that, you have to get money to buy food and drink, including alcohol. And then how you get jobs is you work in the amusement park. And people will literally go there to watch sometimes fun amusements. Other times you get to watch convicts go through a deadly obstacle course where they get cut in half and slaughtered.
Who thought of this?
I don't know who, but that's not even the whole story. That's like the surface level of the story. You end up finding out that there are these people with blood powers.
Blood power.
Blood powers.
What is a blood power?
So essentially, it's power that comes from the blood. The main character, he ends up finding.
Why? Okay, can I just pause for a second? Why,
Go ahead.
Why is it in almost every single anime?
Yeah.
Not all of them, but a lot of them. There is always some sort of these people have powers.
Because anime is good with powers. That's what makes it anime. You got superpowers. You get superpowers.
It's always superpowers.
But
in
it's
some weird way, it always goes back to they have superpowers or like magical powers.
But it's so cool.
Does it have to be though?
I
all
think
the
it
time?
should. I think it should. I don't really like the. Okay, I will admit, Megaloblocks.
Maybe that's why I liked Wonder Egg Priority though.
Because it wasn't real.
There's no superpowers.
Yeah. Well, there was.
Not really. Not in the real sense.
That's fair. True.
Because it all happens inside of that. Was it a computer, or what was it?
Like a dream world. It was
like
a dream world. It was
yeah,
a dream world.
It all happens. Yeah, that's right. It's all in a dream world.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want in a dream world.
Right.
I don't know. I guess I'm just done with superpowers. Maybe.
I love the concept.
Maybe it's just been done so many times. It's kind of tired.
I love the concept of superpowers. I think that's what makes it so much fun. And going back to Dead Man Wonderland, these were the only people with superpowers, and it was essentially a theme of blood. So like the main character ends up finding out he can shoot his blood, and it's like it's a cannon, and it goes and it like causes like an explosion. Obviously, if he uses it too much, he runs out of blood and he can pass out.
This is disgusting.
Oh, it gets worse because you end up finding out he's not the only one that can do that, and all the people that have these blood powers, they're all different, and they're all codenamed by a bird. So there's I think his name was Raven or Crow. His ability was that his blood can harden, so he turns it into a blade on his forearm. And then the main character's name was, oh shucks, was it Woodpecker? I think it was Woodpecker. You're grounded. How dare you?
All I think of is Woody the Woodpecker now.
How dare you? And this is what bothered me so much. And I know a lot of people are probably going to give me flack for this who are in the anime community, but I don't care. So this is what happened. There was a character that they introduced at the very, very end of the season.
Okay.
Who had a person with blood power. His name was Mockingjay.
Mockingjay?
Mockingjay.
Like Hunger Games?
No. Well, I mean, yeah, like the bird, Mockingjay, yes.
Mockingjay isn't a thing.
Yes, it is.
Mockingjay?
I'm pretty sure that's a bird.
There's a mockingbird.
Okay, maybe it was mockingbird. Either way, mocking was the
I was going to say Mockingjay is from Hunger Games.
Okay, well, either way, it was a bird of mocking. So,
okay.
And his ability was that he could copy other people's blood powers.
That's kind of OP.
Right? And
that's kind of like the Kirby.
Right, where he eats the... But they never went back to it.
What?
They season end. He was introduced at the end of that season as like an OP dude that the main character was going to have to deal with. They never went back because the show got canceled. And I was like,
I mean, I could see why it got canceled. Really, I mean, I honestly, if there was a petition to cancel the show, I probably would have signed it.
How dare you do this to me? How can we be friends?
It's so gross.
It's so good though.
It's so messed up.
Good though. It's so good.
I couldn't stomach that show.
I loved
I couldn't stomach Parasite.
I haven't watched that. Is that good?
I tried to watch an episode of that because someone tried to convince my wife to watch it, and they're like, "Oh, it's such a cute show. It's a cute anime show."
I know exactly who you're talking about.
And I was like, "Okay, well, I don't believe you, so I'm gonna watch the episode first to see if my wife would actually like it." Very first scene, opening scene, someone gets their head bitten off by like an alien creature. And I was like, cute? I don't know. It's probably not that cute.
Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh. Okay. We're definitely going to have to do like a part 2 to this, like a part 3 cartoons, part 2 anime. But I want to tell you, I want to tell you one more before we leave.
Okay.
And then if you want to say one more, absolutely. We'll go a little bit longer than usual, and then we'll cut it here.
That works.
But we're going to have to come back to this because I haven't even talked about my favorite anime, which I'm going to leave that for all of you to speculate. Put in the comment section what you think my favorite anime is.
Oh,
I haven't even gotten into the aspect of like my theories and like my quote unquote scientific like
you have
talk.
Scientific theories on
Dude,
anime?
I have like a whole like page in my mind of like certain animes and why they work and like I think I know why my favorite anime became as popular as it did for a little bit. I hadn't even talked about like some of the like high point animes that have come up recently in our time, which would be like Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, all of these crazy ones, and I want to get through them, but I think we're gonna have to save it. But there is one anime that I have to talk about because I didn't watch it extremely recently, but I watched all the way through. This anime is outside of my normal warehouse.
Warehouse.
Outside of my warehouse. Wheelhouse. Because I'm usually into shonen jumps. Like I just said, like I love animes with superpowers. Those are my favorite.
Okay.
Those are my favorite. I don't know why, but like when I go to anime, I expect someone to have a superpower. I can't do
Shonen Jump. I guess that's like a company that makes anime.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, when anyone says Shonen Jump, they're talking about Dragon Ball Z, Naruto. They're talking about
They're made by the same people?
No.
Wait, what?
Well, maybe not. I don't know if Dragon Ball Z was made by Shonen Jump. I look like a fool. I know Shonen Jump as like, it's not so much that I'm referencing a company, I'm referencing a type of anime.
Oh,
and the type of anime is like fighing with powers, like Naruto.
I got you.
Yeah.
So like 90% of anime.
Yes. There is one anime that my buddy Robert, right?
Oh, I know what this is going.
He talked me into watching it.
Oh,
I
gosh.
watched it. I am a new man.
Oh, no.
Blue Lock.
Yes. I knew it.
Listen, okay? Listen to I have to vent about this. I have to vent about this. Okay, so I'm a huge Shonen Jump fan. I love the fighting animes. Blue Lock is about soccer. No one has superpowers. No one has anything, and yet they treat it like a Shonen Jump.
It's so funny because of that.
They literally have like, they don't have superpowers, but they kind of do, because when they get their quote unquote ego, they get all this like smoke of a certain color that pops up. They all have special abilities. The amount of tropes in this is ridiculous. It should have been a fighting anime. The things that they do is and you saw a clip of it, didn't you?
I did, yes. It was hilarious.
It's wild.
They're way too serious about soccer.
I have never seen a sports anime like this. I don't usually watch sports anime, so maybe they're all like this, but I've never seen one like this, dude. This sports anime was so ridiculous because literally they're in this academy, right? Where they're trying to become the best soccer player, and the starting thing that they get told is that, hey, you want to be the best soccer player? Be selfish.
Wow.
Be completely egotistical.
Wow.
Hog the ball, make score. Yeah, they're training them to be extremely extremely
They're
selfish.
wow, they're training them to not actually play as a team.
100%. No, they're legit. Because the logic is that, like, for you to be a good striker, you need to know when to strike. And if you keep passing the ball, you're not going to do that. So they keep basically training people to, quote, find their ego. And, like, it makes all these characters very pretentious. And they all are, oh my word, dude. There was literally, okay. There's literally an episode where the main character, he's trying to find his ego. There's this one character, I forget his name. It starts with a B. It's like a very open mouth name, like, bow, 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 like, you know what I mean?
What? An open mouth name, like, bow, wow, wow.
I mean, like it's an open mouth name.
Wow.
You have to open your mouth to say his name.
You have to open your mouth to say anything.
But not that wide.
Unless you're a ventriloquist.
You don't have to, I hit the mic. You don't have to open your mouth.
Wow.
Don't make fun of me. I am the king of anime here. But,
I am but a lowly jester. I apologize.
That's right. That's right. You remember your place. You remember your place. But there's this guy. He's like, he's got ego to a T. His whole thing is that he's like an overpowered, like, strong dude.
Oh, okay.
And so he's like tough, and like his whole thing is because he's strong, he can plow through the defensive line. They can't stop him. They can't really run up to him because he'll just run right through them. And he keeps insulting people. Like, he calls them donkey. I don't know why, but he calls him donkey. Donkey, yeah, he calls him donkey. Oh. And he's like, he
didn't use the A word, huh?
Yeah. They're very PG, except they're not.
Yeah, most anime is not.
Sadly, I wish that.
I think that's one thing that kind of drives me crazy. It's hard to find one that's even like clean.
Right, it sucks. But I mean, if you find the right one, and like even Naruto, where they only really cuss, and they have moments where it's like. Not for children, but you
yeah. But what's funny about it is like they try to make it for children,
right?
Like they have to edit heavily.
Oh, 100%.
The cartoons to be able to play them on American channels.
Oh my gosh, I never even explained what my first... we have to have a part 2 to anime part 3 to cartoons. There's so much...
We have to have an anime part 2 to anime part 3.
Literally.
What did you just say?
It's a part 3 to cartoons, part 2 to anime. Okay. That's what this is going to be. But no. Anyway, so in Blue Lock, there's this guy. I forget his name. Starts with the B. He's really strong.
Bow, wow.
But the main character, I mean, like he's not super strong, but he's trying to figure out like what his like what they're called. I think they're called. What are they called? Gifts? No, I don't remember. But everyone's got a special ability, and he's trying to figure out.
Quirk.
Yeah, essentially a quirk for soccer, and he ends up finding out that he can how do I explain this?
Sound it out.
He can predict outcomes.
So he's precognitious?
Kind of. Strictly for soccer.
He has premonitions of soccer.
He can see the opportunity for where the ball can be kicked into the goal. Kind of. He can see opportunities for where the ball can be kicked into the goal when an opportunity arises. So when he tries to, if there's not an opportunity, he's just like, I can't see it. But then as soon as he sees it, he goes for it. And it's been a little bit since I watched it. I kind of want to rewatch it. There is a part where he ends up learning the next step of what he needs to do, become an egoist. And he dominates over that man, the strong dude.
Hmm.
And I mean, the ego that billows out of him when he does that. He turns to him with this horridly like angry set of eyes, and he's like, "Don't get in my way." Keep in mind, this dude is 5 feet. The other dude is 6 foot, and he's like, "Don't get in my way, donkey." He even insults him the same way, and the dude who again is buff is like, "Huh? What?" And like you're just sitting here like, this is insane. I should also mention one of them. Well, not one of them. They have monsters inside of them.
You really should have led with that.
One of the characters is like, the monster inside of me wants me to play, and
What?
This is again.
Are they just like mentally disturbed individuals?
Some of them are. That dude,
I mean, based on what the clip I saw, all of them looked kind of psychotic.
Dude, the powers that they have. Again, this is soccer, and that's
They
what
have
bugs me.
monsters in them. What?
Well, okay, so like one of the main characters, he's like, the monster inside of me wants me to play soccer, and like they show you the monster that's in his head, and it's kind of creepy. It's CG'd and everything. But,
what?
And it's literally a scene where he's...
Can there just be something normal that happens?
No, not with blue light.
I feel like anime is a continuing competition of like, how weird can we be?
Well,
how weird can we go?
I think Blue Lock is in the lead. I think Blue Lock is just because of how over the top it would.
I don't know. Wonder Egg priority is still.
Well, what makes Blue Lock so weird? It's like if somebody took Dragon Ball Z, right, the 5 episodes of Screaming, and then made them play soccer. But instead of 5 episodes of Screaming, it's 5 episodes of we're playing a soccer game, but I can predict the outcome of this field as long as I can see an opportunity to kick the ball into the goal. And oh, by the way, there's a main.
That was a really good inner monologue.
Oh, thank you.
That was very well done.
I should probably tell you like one of the like OP characters. He's not a main villain, but he's an OP character. Guess what his ability is?
Huh?
He can control people.
I thought you said they didn't have superpowers.
He doesn't. He knows how to manipulate.
Mind control is a superpower.
No, it's not he just knows how to manipulate people to go where he wants, and then he knows how to score from there. That's how it's explained. Literally, there's a scene where like I think the main character tries to score, and then he realizes after the ball gets stolen from him that was planned by the guy, and he's like, I've been used. And then they get a score. The enemy people get a score, and he's like, I was used. Also, there's another dude who like has white hair, and he's so OP because he has ultimate ball control.
Ultimate ball control.
So what I mean by that is like there's one dude who can literally kick the ball across the field, and the guy who has white hair who can ball control is able to jump, catch it with his foot, and then kick it into the goal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like these dudes have superpowers, and they even have like glowing smoke. Like I said,
me they didn't have superpowers.
It's like emphasis on the LIKE. Like.
You're right. They don't have superpowers. They just have tiny little monsters that live in their brains and tell them what to do.
Only 2 people have that.
Why the inconsistency now?
It's because only 2 people. The other guys just have egos. They just have really superpowers.
Why though? Why do they have little monsters in their brains?
Because that's what makes them want to play soccer.
Are they parasites?
That's in the same universe.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
As what?
As Parasite.
You're lying to me.
Okay, maybe I am. I'm messing with you. It's not the same universe.
It would make no sense.
Oh my! All right, we're gonna have to cut it off. But I'm so offended because there's so much that we had to. I feel like we did less. I feel like we talked less than the first cartoon episode.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, Blue Lock, absolutely incredible. I don't understand why it's about soccer.
Sounds insane.
It is absolutely ridiculous. And it's about soccer. Part of me kind of wishes they just forgoed the soccer and make it a martial arts, like a superpowered martial arts story, because I feel like that would work better. But also, like,
then they're probably going, well, that's already been done,
right? And nothing has been done like with soccer.
Nothing's
like this.
been done with soccers and tiny monsters that live in people's brains.
Don't listen. I have a monster inside my brain that's telling me we need to end this episode.
Okay,
so,
thank you. Don't need to upset your little monster.
Oh my gosh! Well, thank you guys so much for listening to us. I hope you enjoyed this. Well, I'm going to go ahead and apologize for this episode because not only was it chaotic, not only did we jump everywhere, not only did we not get everywhere that we wanted, but we weren't able to record it. I like the first time, and I think that kind of hindered a little bit of what we wanted to talk about because we're like, oh, we've already talked about this before. Move on. And I didn't even get to my favorite one. ones, man. Oh, but well, we have more to talk about. Definitely more that will go in other episodes.
In a future episode, we'll come back.
Yeah. There's plenty of animes. Again, I have all my theories and stuff to talk about. Oh my gosh. We're never going to be done with part 2s, are we? There's going to constantly be...
This is going to be our FNAF.
Oh, gosh.
It's just going to go on and on and on and on.
Maybe that should be the next episode, huh? Should we talk about FNAF on the next episode?
I don't think so.
No. We'll do that another time. But
I don't want to talk about FNAF until the Ruin DLC comes out.
Oh, that's true. Well, in that case, we better hurry up and ruin ourselves right now. Thank you guys for listening. This has been our podcast. I'm Mac.
And I'm Fish.
And this has been Macaroni and Fish. I know I said that twice, but ignore me. Bye.